Yo, I know what you're here for. Let's get to that sports talk, baby. And you see what's on my screen. We got to put it up there. Something going on with Terry. It's something going on with this front office and training camp and whatnot. As a real Washington fan, I'm not worried because I think we'll re-sign Terry. I think this is kind of blowing smoke. You feel me? But that's something we don't play about. As a Washington Commander fan, we don't play about Terry. We don't play about when it comes to Terry McLaurin. We just don't play with that. JD5 and Terry is the two players like, bruh, you cannot be messing with. So Terry, sources and commanders, all pro wide receiver Terry McLaurin has made it clear to the team that he's frustrated with the lack of progress on a long-term deal. As you know, 3 years ago, he signed a 3-year deal. He's on the last year of his contract, making $15.5 million a year. So he had a great year last year, and he's looking to make upwards of probably like 35 mil. We're gonna look into some of the top 10, top paid wide receivers and see where Terry should be put at. Where how much money should he be paying a year? What people are in front of him, as in money wise, but he was at OTAs. Then he decided to dip off because there's no Progress. McLaurin unexpectedly left voluntary workouts after initially attending, just like I said, and it remains to be seen whether he will show up for training camp. We're not sure if he's gonna show up for training camp. We got to get a deal done. Like I said, this is a guy who's been consistent, who showed up in the NFC Championship. One of the only players who showed up for Terry in the NFC Championship, showed up all season, leads the franchise in touchdowns, been with us for 6 seasons. And the reason why he signed a 3-year deal when he did is because we were bad. Terry, if we would kept becoming bad, who knows if Terry would have stayed on the team now, but he's been loyal so far. He's been loyal to our team. He's been loyal to the new front office, to the old front office, to the horrible quarterbacks we had, to the horrible players we had. But he's been most consistent, and that's why we love Terry as a Washington Commander fan, bro. This is something we cannot play with, bro. Something we cannot play with. Terry accolades, bro, include second team All Pro in 2024. So last year, 2024 All Pro, selection to the Pro Bowl multiple times. You feel me? Rookie team 2019 award. And in the 2024 season, McLaurin had the highest contested catch rate for any wide receiver with at least 20 contested targets and the most touchdowns on contested catches. So he's one of those guys you throw it up and he got to go get the ball. This is a guy we're not playing with. So then again, this is what Terry said, what Adam Peters said. You feel me? He knows how much Terry means to us. The front office knows how much Terry means to the fans, to the front office, to DC, period, bro. So I'm not necessarily worried. And this is some of the stuff that Adam Peters said with Key Adams in the interview just a while.
Terry deal done? Where are we at?
Ooh, good question.
Where watch on? Is it about time to get the Terry deal done? Where are we at?
Ooh, good question.
Where are we on the
Well,
Terry
we love
clock?
Terry. Love Terry, and we've had some really good conversations with his representatives. We're gonna keep those in house, Kay. That's what Sean told me to say.
I'm reading the body language, though. I don't know how you're feeling good. It's trending in a positive
But we
direction.
really, we want to make Terry commander for a long time.
Watch on.
You heard my boy Adam Peters. Calm down. We're gonna make Terry one of the top highest paid. So kind of looking at the contract right here. This is on overthecap.com. If you want to follow with me or whatnot, who knows? But this is some of the top highest paid wide receivers right here. We're gonna go ahead and break it down. Terry McLaurin right now, he should be getting paid more than Michael Pittman. Let's be real, bro. He should be getting paid more than Debo. Debo on the team now, and he getting paid more. Debo's getting paid more than Terry. Let's go ahead and go through the names of the players that I know that Terry should be getting paid more. Michael Pittman, definitely he should be getting paid more. He should be getting paid more than Debo. He should be getting paid more than Nico. Devontae Smith, Terry's a number one. Devontae Smith is a number two. That already tells me, look, he should be getting paid more. DJ Moore definitely should be getting paid more than DJ Moore. Jalen Waddle, he should be getting paid more than Jalen Waddle. T. Higgins, a number two wide receiver, bro. He should be getting paid more than T. Higgins. Brandon Ayuk, sources was, you know what I'm saying, a while back was trending that Brandon Ayuk might be on our team in the future or whatnot. But you know what I'm saying? They eventually got a deal done with the 49ers. The 49ers still trying to trade him to this day. But he should be getting paid more than Brandon Ayuk, most definitely. Tyreek Hill, I would say the last couple years, Tyreek Hill not been healthy, had a down year. But when Tua's been healthy, he's been one of the sensational wide receivers there is out there. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm taking Terry over Amon-Ra St. Brown. Now, this is where Terry could be making his money here. As you can see in total value, DK Metcalf making $32 million per year, AJ Brown making $32 million per year. You feel me? I think Terry's in that range. He's in that 35, 33. I would say you got to reset the market at some point. He's not going to reset the market. He's not going to get paid more than Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. I don't give a damn what anybody say. I'm still taking Terry above CD Lamb. That's for a fact. That's for a fact. I'm taking him above him, but I think he should be above DK Metcalf. For all respect, dude. I think above DK Metcalf is the spot where Terry's probably looking at in his camp that he's looking at. I don't know if the team wants to pay that much, but we really didn't do a big splash in free agency. All of our splashes been through trade, acquiring Debo, acquiring Laramie Tunsil. You feel me? So there's still money there that to be sent out. You know what I'm saying? And he's entering the last year of his contract, so we still got him guaranteed for another year. Sign him to a 4 or 5 year deal, and then we got him for the rest of his career. Terry is definitely gonna for sure retire a Commander. That's for damn sure. He ain't going nowhere, bro. I'm like I said, I know on Twitter, bro, y'all probably hot like they got to lock in or whatnot. People got to lock in. Let's go see some of the comments here for some of the stuff that people may be saying. But you know what I'm saying, Terry, it's gonna get done, bro. Like I don't think I'm worried about it, bro. He's entering the final year of his deal, so this is expected. What player in the NFL is entering the final year of their deal and there's not drama? You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be that some sort of, oh, he's not going to show up. He might not be at training camp. He might not play first week. And then they end up dropping a huge bag on him. You know what I'm saying? Let Terry get his rest. You know what I'm saying? They let him vacation. He on vacation still. He don't necessarily need to be at training camp. Let's be for real. We seen Terry JD connection. They already got it there. More. We should be getting Debo involved. Yes, we want to see all the offense together. We want to see Ertz, Terry, Debo, Noah Brown, Luke McCaffrey. We want to see the chemistry and all those guys on the field. Yes, you want to see that in practice. But this is the reason why we still have preseason. This is the reason why we still have multiple practices. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't show up for some of those practices. Cool, bro. It's Terry fucking McLaurin. He's earned the right to miss some practices. For Christ's sakes. You feel me? So no, I'm not worried. Let's see some of the comments here. Knock Steelers. This moves the needle. The Steelers ain't getting Terry's off limits. No, what the fuck they're talking about? They don't want to pay him because he sucks. Who the fuck are you? Whole organization is on the rise and he's willing to risk it for his long-term deal. I understand it. But he deserves the bag. I'm not surprised on what he's doing. And this is another thing, bro. All these people that saying, "Oh, Debo, he fat," and this, what you gonna say when they bust y'all ass? And Debo been busting the Eagles' ass, Mister Hurts defender. He been busting y'all ass on the 49ers for years and years. So when he get on our team, we got JD. What the fuck you think is gonna happen? You think he gonna go down? Fuck no. This is the best quarterback he's had in his career. This is your wide receiver 2 at Steelers. Steelers trying to get everything. Aaron, y'all just, we gonna get to that in a second. They just got Aaron Rodgers, bro. We gonna get to that in a fucking second. But they got their own probably. He be a perfect fit in Pittsburgh. These Pittsburgh fans are fiending. He's still in the last year of his contract. We're not trading Terry. There's no wide receiver out there I'm trading for Terry unless y'all giving us DK Metcalf. Y'all don't have anything on y'all team that we want unless y'all giving us TJ Watt in a first round pick for Terry. Y'all need to talk about this all day like y'all did T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. I need photos, shops around the clock. I need poverty written on this post. I need Chiefs, Ravens, Chargers, Bills, Browns fans all over this post unless you all lied to me and the Bengals truly are. Look at all the Eagles fans chiming in. Yes, brother, Eagles fans are on deck. It's like, this is really like obsession talk. Like, y'all are obsessed with our team for real. I'm not even gonna cap. Yo, Terry McLaurin, bro. Talking about Terry McLaurin. Shout out my bro T. We ain't been on here in a minute, T. We ain't been on here in a minute. I ain't gonna cap. But you know what I'm saying? Ain't been news this offseason. You know what I'm saying? We got the NBA going on. You know what I'm saying? I plan on getting back into that, you know what I'm saying, and live streaming on some of those topics. What the Halliburton NBA Finals cooking up, game 1 stolen by the Pacers, just like they stole it from the Knicks, just like they stole it from the Bucks. Pacers been on the tear, bro. Stop sleeping on them. It's enough sleeping on any of those guys for the Pacers, bro. And that's getting, you know what I'm saying, getting a little bit off topic. But what's up? Shout out to you joining in. Anybody who joining in, put your comments in the comment section. Hit that like, comment, subscribe for y'all boy and Terry McLaurin, man. Front office been doing us right. You know what I'm saying? Front office been doing us right. And I feel like they're gonna do us right here. Like, I'm not too worried about Terry McLaurin. I'm sorry, I wasn't even showing the comments of some of the people on Twitter what they talking about. Jaden Daniels is god awful. Who are you? Like, Terry's been the best, been one of the probably the most consistent wide receiver in the NFC East. One of the most that will definitely top 10 wide receiver in the league. He's just looking for his bag, bro. And I get it. Terry McLaurin knew he was getting 30 plus mil a year. Hell yeah, bro. He gonna get 33. He gonna get 33. I'm making him top 5 highest paid. No cap. He deserve it. But you know what I'm saying? Some of these reports are just reports. Some of these, you know what I'm saying? You got to put it out there. But since he's been on our team, he's been the most consistent. League had a franchise record year in touchdowns last year, recording 13 of them. Franchise record, had 1,000 yards for 5 years straight, bro. 5 years. You know how hard that is. You know what I'm saying? I know Mike Evans, he got like 13 or whatnot. He's about to hit Jerry Rice record, but damn near had 1,000 yards in 2019. We talking about God rest his soul, Dwayne Haskins. We're talking about Taylor Heineke. We're talking about Josh Johnson. We're talking about Mark Sanchez. We done been through quarterback after quarterback after quarterback, and he's had 1,000 yards almost every single year. Yes, this is his year where he popped out for touchdowns, but think of the quarterbacks he done had. Best catch rate in contested catches. He's been consistent. Pay my nigga the bag. He been showing up. Pay him the bag. Like I said, I'm not worried about them not re-signing Terry McLaurin, but don't play with our minds. Don't play with Commanders' minds, bro. That's something I don't like, bro. Don't play with us, bro. Don't play with our emotions, bro. This shouldn't even be the thing about this shit is this shouldn't even be a report. Terry come in the office, he say, bro, I want 35 mil per year. Here you go, Terry. Here you go, bro. No problem. I don't understand why this even coming out. I don't even understand why these reports even coming out. I got niggas texting me, oh, y'all need to lock in. Y'all need to lock in. Y'all need to, what y'all doing? Yeah, y'all gonna be ass next year. Y'all done had a miracle year next year. Terry not happy. Calm down. Calm down. We still gonna bust your ass. It don't change the fact we still gonna bust your ass. McLaurin better fucking stay because Debo and him could be legendary duo. Hell yeah, and he definitely gonna stay. Terry's he's a captain. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you think of captain, the definition, bro, is him, bro. He don't complain. He don't complain. He ain't in social media crazy. He don't got, you know what I'm saying? He ain't into nothing crazy. You ain't heard nothing crazy on his name. Nothing, bro. Nothing. So he deserves everything he gonna get for sure when it comes down to it in his money, as we seen some of the top wide receivers who are getting a bag. Like I said, DK Metcalf, AJ Brown, he should be right in there, right in that money range right there. As of right now, Debo makes more money than him and he's on the team. That makes no sense. But that's a newer Debo got a newer contract than him. A lot of these guys got newer contracts. Brandon Ayuk just got signed. T. Higgins just got signed. You feel me? DK Metcalf just got signed. So this isn't the money that, you know what I'm saying? He got signed 2 to 3 years ago under the old regime. He didn't know what the team might be till now. If he knew the team was gonna be this good, he probably would have signed a longer tenure. But he did the right thing, signing a 3-year deal. He's entering the last year of his deal. He wants his bag. He showed up all throughout the season, consistent. He's played damn near every game every single year. So you know what you're going to get from him when you give him that bag. You feel me? But he's definitely better. We're going to go through the list again. If you haven't seen it, look at where Terry's at on this list. He's better than Michael Pittman. He's better than that nigga. He's better than Debo. Respect out to my nigga. He on my team, Debo, but he's better than him. Nico Collins. He's better than that guy. Devontae Smith. I'm going to give out shout out respect. You're a good player. You're not no fucking scary fucking Terry. You're not no fucking scary fucking Terry. Bitch ass nigga. DJ Moore, he's better than him. We went up against the Bears, BTA. Jalen Waddle, BTA. T. Higgins, ETA. We've been against these guys. You feel me? Brandon Ayuk. You was supposed to be with JD. You know what I'm saying? That was, if you wasn't, thing is, if they go back to the question of would you rather have Debo Samuel or Brandon Ayuk, I ain't gonna lie. I'm still taking Debo. Because I've seen highlights of Debo carrying his team. I've seen it. Go back and look at Debo highlights. Yes, he had 1 year when he had 1,400 yards. He had 800 yards last year. That was a down year for him. He had some down years. But 800 yards is fine as my number 2 wide receiver. Yes, get that up to probably 1,000. But not every team has 1,000-yard wide receivers on their team. It's just not that. And we run the ball a lot. We have a duo. We have B-Rob and Austin Eckler in the backfield. And I've seen reports of Nick Chubb, where he should go, whatnot. We're going to get into that in just a second. We're going to get into Aaron Rodgers in just a second. I don't understand why he ain't retired. But come on, bro. If Terry gets re-signed as a Commanders fan, if he doesn't get more than DK, I'm disappointed. If he doesn't become top 5 highest paid, I'm disappointed. Point blank. Terry said he wanted a re-signing with a guaranteed amount of money in case he got hurt. Of course. I mean, any player wants that. And like I said, he deserves any bag that he is looking out to seek to get, bro. We're not playing with Terry's name. We're not going to do that. Fun fact, Terry McLaurin led all NFC East wide receivers and all pro votes all last season. He was the best wide receiver in the NFC East last season. Sorry, CeeDee Lamb. Yes, you're getting top 3. You one of the top 3 highest paid, but Terry has had a better year than you last year. I expect Terry to have a better year next year. You see the votes here: AJ Brown, Malik Neighbors, CeeDee Lamb, Terry McLaurin up there at 41 votes for all pro votes last season. McLaurin has second in the league with the 13 receiving TDs, only trailing Jamar Chase with 17. And Jamar Chase, he gets force fed like shit. Sometimes we've won games without Terry. You feel me? And this should be one of them. This should be one of them games, bro. And the thing is, we was at this game, bro. I went crazy on this touchdown. I'm not even gonna lie. And I'm gonna show you right quick if I get on here right quick. But Terry, bro, he didn't came up in some clutch moments. He done showed out in some clutch moments. But let's listen in a little bit on the.
At Mint Mobile, we're always looking for innovative ways to save you money, so you can keep paying $15 a month for premium wireless.
If you were told in the prime of his career that Ovi and the team were having, Ovi was upset with the way negotiations were going with the Caps, you're telling me you wouldn't be a little bit scared?
Wouldn't be scared.
Honest.
No, because
and I think you're not telling the truth.
I'm not saying I'm not scared of anything.
He's scared of life.
He's scared of a lot of things. I'm just not scared of a report that Terry McLaurin and his camp are dissatisfied with the way that the contract
I've been through negotiations. I know what it's like.
Not scared.
If it's even true.
Yeah, we don't know.
Let's talk to our next guest about it.
And that's one thing. Do we know if this even true, bro? This might not even be true, bro. I don't think that, like say Adam Peters I just showed you a clip of Adam Peters, bro. He's going to give him the bag, bro. He deserves it. It's not just Terry McLaurin, the player, Terry McLaurin, the person, Terry McLaurin, the athlete, Terry McLaurin. You know what I'm saying? You know how much he means to this fucking team. Like, let's be real, bro. We not messing around, bro. We just trying to get the aspects right. That's it.
Our pal John Kine joins us on the Rude Guest Hotline. Rude, the most reliable heating and air conditioning products in the DMV. John, you know EB's personality. He's scared. Should he be scared about this Terry McLaurin situation?
It's what are we? June 6th?
Yes. Yeah.
It's June 6th.
Right. No, I know, but he's never upset like publicly ever.
Yeah.
Right?
Who, Terry?
Yeah, he's the greatest.
He is, bro. And the thing is, through all them shitty ass seasons, he ain't said nothing. He ain't come out with frustration. He ain't come out with nothing. This is probably the first report we ever heard of Terry McLaurin actually being frustrated or being, you know what I'm saying, just, you know what I'm saying, he ain't been in the internet like that. He ain't been on reports like that.
All right. First of all, we haven't heard from Terry.
Right.
Nobody, including any reports out there, have heard from Terry.
Right.
So
you
we
think
don't
that's
know.
fake news?
I don't know. I'm not saying it's fake news. I'm just saying we haven't heard from Terry.
Yeah.
That's what I know.
My nigga,
so, you know, until we hear from Terry, that's different. And he's obviously very well liked. He's a true pro. Dan Quinn has had good conversations with him. So I don't think this is a big surprise. He did the exact same thing 3 years ago or whatever it was when he went through his other extension.
Oh, no, I don't mind that. I just don't like the report that he's unhappy with the progress. That's the part I don't like.
That might be his agent.
Again, I would say, like, where do you think that came from?
From the agent. So, John, I wanted to touch on that. What is
That's what I'm saying, but nobody's heard from Terry.
What's the reputation of his representation? Buddy Baker and Tony Bonagura is listed here on Spot Track from Exclusive Sports Group. What do you know about his agents and you know the rest of their clientele and how they represent them?
Ooh, you got to be careful here.
Well, I deal with all these people.
Right. Sounds like you know bad stuff.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
I would just say, like, you know, sometimes the other sides can get frustrated with their representation.
Okay.
Like I said, as long as they get that nigga in the 35, what it is per year, give my nigga my nigga the bag. This report shouldn't even be coming out. There's probably agents, like said, who knows. And we're gonna be back on our live streams even more, especially throughout the season. We're gonna be back at the games throughout the season, bro. Terry that has some clutch moments. And next thing, we got Nick Chubb, bro. Do you think the Commanders should pick up Nick Chubb, bro? Nick Chubb? Let's see. It says re-sign Nick Chubb, the hard drive leader. He's more. Let's see. Hold on. I know there's more reports out there. I know us out there. I swear I seen a report that said the Bears or the Commanders at the start of training camp might sign them or something like that. And he has been injury prone. Broden tore his Achilles. Broden, you know what I'm saying, did a lot of things between tearing his ACL, his knee, and all that stuff. So he's probably a guy who knows.
The perceived contenders in the NFC. The Eagles with Barkley. The Lions. Think about the NFC, guys, all right? Just the contenders, the perceived contenders in the NFC. The Eagles with Barkley. The Lions with Gibbs. The Rams, Kyron Williams. The Packers with Josh Jacobs. You know, even if you get to that next level, the 49ers with McCaffrey, depending on, how you view the Niners. But you get to that next level, and the Vikings have Aaron Jones, and the Bucks have Bucky Irving, and the Seahawks have, when he's healthy, Kenneth Walker III, who is really good and just needs to stay healthy to sort of push that upper echelon. Washington clearly in the NFC, the worst running back room of the contenders, the perceived contenders. That's not even debatable. Is it important, though, to have elite level or high level running backs to go on to win the Super Bowl? I don't know. Not necessarily. But it certainly seems to be a more important position today than it was a few years ago. So is it good enough if you view this team to be a Super Bowl contender? And if not, what?
Like I said, I think Austin Eckler and B-Rob don't get enough, praise that they have done. But B-Rob, we could have had some better games out of you last year. I know for a fact we could have had some better games out of you last year. But giving Nick Chubb a chance, it will be a cheap deal. If he plays bad, if he gets injured, we can move on from him. So I'm not sure about Nick Chubb and being here. I know we just drafted a running back, as you could see on here, from Arizona. So I'm not sure, bro. Nick Chubb is a hell of a player, healthy. We know that. So, and I think he deserves a chance. I think bro deserves to get another chance to try to, revive his career going forward. He's has experience, a good blocker at running back, a good running back that's gonna chop your defense apart. I ain't gonna lie. So who knows? Nick Chubb, what y'all think? Commanders, should we give him a chance? I think so, bro. He's a better style running back than, I would say, B-Rob. He has that same style. Definitely you got to bring up everything when you're trying to hit Nick Chubb. He can get you a touchdown if he breaks up out of there. So I'm not sure, bro. Definitely looking for Nick Chubb to be on the team soon. Probably won't be the team, the Browns, after they got Judkins and whatnot, but Bears and Commanders reportedly not in talks, but look like it might be favored for him to go there. J.K. Dobbins still on one of those list of running backs out there, but Nick Chubb still hasn't been signed. Okay, moving on. Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers. We got to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? If y'all wanted to, we was just talking about Terry. If y'all coming in here late, Terry should be paid most definitely and will be paid. Don't get into all them aspects of the little aspects of this shit. I don't give a damn. He gonna get paid. Aaron freaking Rodgers, 41 years of age, had signed to the Pittsburgh Steelers on a 1-year contract, probably 10 mil. We don't know what it is. But Aaron Rodgers survives. I'm sorry. Aaron Rodgers has gotten so many chances as a quarterback, especially after his Green Bay shenanigans, Jets shenanigans, and then now he's on the Steelers. Steelers had a chance to draft Shador Sanders. Everybody in the world didn't like him dropping to the 5th round. I didn't like it. I thought the Steelers needed a quarterback, but it seemed they were sticking with Mason Rudolph. But now at the beginning, the start of training camp, Aaron Rodgers has signed with the Steelers. How do you feel? DK Metcalf, Aaron Rodgers, they move on from Pickens. They got Jaylen Warren. They go against Green Bay this year. Honestly, Aaron Rodgers, he's definitely not no bum or nothing like that. 4 MVPs, you can't go against it. Multiple NFC championship appearances, Super Bowl champ, you feel me? So I'm gonna give his respect out on his career, most definitely. But the last 2 to 3 years, the man's been a flat out mediocre. He's been flat out mediocre, bro. And the Steelers, I still think they're gonna be probably not one of the worst teams, but Tomlin has made the playoff with worse quarterbacks. For some reason, they do just get into the playoffs. Yes, it's might be off of 10 wins, and they get in there and get bounced off, but they do make it there. And what Tomlin is going to do is win. He's going to win. The defense is going to be there. I know they got to get a deal done with TJ Watt. I see TJ Watt has frustrations and contract talks and whatnot. He's been injured a little bit, but he's been a consistent player. So the roster, it definitely looks decent, looks nice. You know what I'm saying? Decently nice. Aaron Rodgers added to it. He's definitely a veteran player, knows defenses like the back of his hand. And we heard the front office with the Jets wasn't right. They had a little kid making moves for them. It was getting their shit off of Madden or something. Like, it was like a lot of stuff going on with the ownership over there with the Jets and now they got Glenn, they got Fields or whatnot. I'm not sure if the Jets play the Steelers this year. That would definitely be an interesting matchup. Probably could have been one of the prime time games if Aaron Rodgers would have definitely signed a little bit earlier, but ain't nobody scared of Aaron Rodgers. It's definitely the perfect meme of Aaron Rodgers going to the Steelers, bro. Don't nobody really care. I think that shit really back page news for me. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, no surprise for me. Will I think he will have a better year than he had on the Jets? I think he will. I think he will have a better year on the Jets. I'm actually with that. But and I think Tomlin would definitely get the best out of him in the going forward or whatnot. So who knows? Aaron Rodgers as a Steeler will play. He will play the Jets. So that's gonna be. He could have played for the Vikings. He plays. He's part owner of the Bears. Former team Green Bay. So he goes against his division like he usually that he played for. So that's gonna be OD. So Aaron Rodgers against Jordan Love. Jordan Love was the backup, and he's gonna go against the backup. He's definitely gonna have something to prove against Jordan Love. Go against the Bears, you know what I'm saying? A rivalry, which really wasn't a rivalry because Aaron Rodgers was whooping their ass every year. But then they get the Jets. I know he got something to prove against the Jets. Glenn brings them in and then tells them that we're not bringing you back. Like, bro, you could have called him over the phone. Then the Vikings definitely was looked like that he might be there with the Vikings, and another Brett Favre moment to where, like, Brett Favre was with Green Bay, and he went with the Vikings, you know what I'm saying? Some of the same path, but they ultimately went somewhere else with that. We know the failure it was with the Jets. They had Breece Hall, they bring in Devontae Adams, they bring in Lazard, you know what I'm saying? He has a hell of an offense. Defense wasn't the best, but they had it going on at the back end of the season, but who knows?
But let's also remember that this was the third option for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They were in on Matthew Stafford and couldn't get done a trade. They tried to re-sign Justin Fields. He opted to go to the New York Jets, where he will meet Aaron Rodgers on opening day. And after they couldn't get a trade done for Stafford and couldn't get Fields re-signed, they pivoted to Aaron Rodgers. So Aaron Rodgers right now was their third choice, their best choice right now, but their third choice, and he becomes right now the third best quarterback in the AFC North, behind Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow and whoever's playing quarterback in Cleveland, who we don't know. And it's a one-year deal for Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh. So guess what? The Pittsburgh Steelers are loaded with picks in next year's draft. It's a great quarterback draft. It's in Pittsburgh. The Steelers will be anxious to make a splash, and let's see how this goes. This was the best move they can make right now.
Adam Schefter dropping that knowledge. Big Adam Schefty, bro. He be talking the facts. Him and Ryan Clark, this was their best option at quarterback. Mason Rudolph wasn't going to get them nowhere. We seen him in Tennessee. We seen him before he left with the Steelers. Yes, you should have probably got a rookie. They do get Will Howard. Will Howard can sit back and learn from a guy like Aaron Rodgers. Then maybe Will Howard could come in next year and actually do something with the team. But as of right now, Aaron Rodgers is the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's an who cares for real? Who knows what he might do? It's like I said, some of these guys are looking to prove a point. I know some of these guys that are up there, like Russ to the Giants. I know he wants to prove himself after being let go from the Steelers. Justin Fields being let go from the Steelers. I know he has a point to prove. He's been, you know what I'm saying, he was with the Bears, then he was with the Steelers, now he's with the Jets on his third team. He's looking to prove something. Aaron Rodgers now on his third team, and the world is looking at Aaron Rodgers like it's over. Like that era of quarterbacks with Brady, Phillip Rivers, Drew Brees, you're part of that Aaron Rodgers. It's about over. It's time to hang it up. It's the end of an era, and it's for some reason Aaron Rodgers can't let go of it. I think this will be his final year. After this year, he will retire after this year, but who knows? Like, he might get, depending on the year he might have, he might keep going, but the man still can play quarterback, bro. It's not like he can't play quarterback, and it's definitely the best option for them. After the Achilles injury, still trying to work back from that. You know what I'm saying? I know the Achilles injury was about a year, 2 years ago, but he was coming off that injury for the Jets, and after a long time out of football rehab, and I know that what that could do to a player, you feel me? So not trying to give him no excuses because he talks like he don't need excuses, but
be motivated.
Who knows?
You're getting a motivated player to prove that he can still play.
Listen, we just came from the NFL owners meetings in Palm Beach, and we had several Steelers people, including Art Rooney himself, talk about the positive momentum toward a deal between the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers, basically saying that he believed it was going in the right direction. He wanted a decision sooner rather than later. He's not impatient, but eventually he will be. Mike Tomlin, Omar Khan, all sort of said the same thing. They would love him. They would welcome him. They want him. They haven't put a deadline on it yet, and they're waiting. That's really where we are. The Minnesota Vikings were very clear that Aaron Rodgers, as of right now, is not an option for them. They're moving full speed ahead with J.J. McCarthy. There are no other spots. So if Aaron Rodgers is going to play football in 2025, it is going to be for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Would not be surprised if there was an announcement from him over the next couple weeks.
Well, it already has happened, but like I said, who knows? Who knows? So, like I said, recapping live stream, bro. Terry definitely deserves a bag right now. He's not in the upper 10, top 10 in as in being paid, you feel me? So Terry definitely should be paid. We haven't heard crazy reports about him like this ever. I don't know if it's even real, you feel me? I think there's going to get a deal done. I'm really not worried as a Commanders fan getting a deal done, but Terry right here at what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 highest paid. So he's at 16 highest paid wide receiver in the league right now, and he shouldn't be that. Definitely should be top 5 around AJ Brown, DK Metcalf range, 33 million per year. Maybe even pay him more than CD. Who knows? I'm definitely looking for that bag out of Terry. Definitely looking for a big year out of Jaden Daniels. Another reset for Commanders fans. Another year to try to get some wins. Another year to try to rush at a Super Bowl if we can win it. If we can't win it, cool. Jog it up next year. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not one of the delusional fans that say we're gonna win the Super Bowl next year. Not like that. We're gonna get it done. I feel y'all. I thank y'all for tuning in today. You know what I'm saying? We got some comments in there. I know some people might watch this afterwards. I thank y'all. We are headed to Fanatics Fest in about 2 weeks. Y'all go check y'all boy out. Hit that repost on this video right here on Instagram. We're trying to get into Fanatics games. So if y'all help y'all boy out, then we'll help y'all boy out. I walk around Commanders events interviewing fans, players, and season.
But a moment I would never forget is Fanatics Fest. It was the
Hold on, I know some of y'all couldn't see it, so let's
throw it when you hear a quarterback.
Yeah, let's run it back.
My name is Donovan, and on social media I go by Lace 'em Up. Sports media has been my purpose, my grind, my focus for a long time now. I walk around Commanders events, interviewing fans, players, and even capturing crazy moments throughout the season. But a moment I would never forget is Fanatics Fest. It was the coolest experience of my life last year, getting to capture moments with different fans, celebrities, athletes, and streamers and CEOs. I even got the honor to be a part of the Fanatics Fest advertising commercial. Moments like these are something I've dreamed about and blessed to be a part of. This year I got 3 tickets for me, my wife, and my brother to go all 3 days this year. If I got accepted to Fanatics games, it will not only just be life-changing to me, it'll be an opportunity to represent the DMV, my family, and give me stories to tell my 2-year-old son for Thanksgivings and Christmas to come. I understand this is a competition, and I'm ready to do whatever it takes to win up to $2 million, as that will be life-changing for me and my family. I'm grateful for Fanatics Fest for hosting this event and giving me the opportunity to showcase who I am as a person and as a competitor. Thank you for all that you do, and I hope I get accepted to Fanatics games.
So hey, yo, repost that hashtag Fanatics games and keep reposting y'all, boy. We still be here. Until next time, I thank y'all. God bless. God bless, chat. God bless.